Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2522. I'm your host Arwin, and before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below. Send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can really use it. Right. Weather today is back to clear blue sky again. It's really like on and off. Clear blue sky, cloudy sky, clear blue sky, cloudy sky. It keeps happening. It's really clear though and sunny. It's a steady wind, but it is really cold. Sun seems a little bit more white lightish, not so yellow this time. There's no real trails out there. I mean, I can see some, but I mean, they do dissipate. There's one being formed right there. I'm sure the webcam isn't picking it up, even though it's right in front of me. My eyes can clearly see it. Whatever. Alright. So, it is Tuesday, the 20th of January 2026. Temperature is 4 degrees Celsius with 77% humidity, 10 kilometers an hour wind, 8% precipitation. It's gonna get cold at night. Oh, now, according to the prediction on Saturday, it's gonna freeze during the day. And a bunch of freezing nights and water cold days. Yeah, I guess it's gonna get really cold again. On Saturday it might snow. That will be interesting. Right. So, hope everybody had a great Monday. It was pretty good. I went to bed kind of early for my doing, but I mean early is a big word. Earlier than I'm used to, and I'm gonna keep that up because I had a really good night rest. Slept and rest really well. So, and I like that. So, I'm gonna try to keep doing that. And besides, it's really cold at night anyway. Right. So I've been continuing watching Cold Mountain, but I didn't finish it. Still have like the last half hour to watch it. And yeah, it's a pretty well developed movie, but it's a bit messy in its structure. The other one that I watched for what is it again? Jeremiah something. Let's find it. Jeremiah Johnson or something. Yeah, Jeremiah Johnson, right? I mean, that movie is really well structured and like has great rewatch value. I'm sure of it. Like when I watched it, I knew like, wow, I can watch this a couple of times probably. It's a very well-made movie. Cold Mountain, a little less. but it's still good. It's still kind of good. Very long though, but I mean, I don't think it has a lot of rewatch value. Maybe every now and then. But yeah, it's been interesting. Like a whole different setting too. I mean, Jeremiah Johnson is really like the early days. With all the Indians coming after you. And in the Cold Mountain, it's like after that period, during the Civil War era, which is a very different setting. You can really tell the difference. And it's interesting, like I've never really thought too much about it. So it does help me give a clearer picture of like what it was like in comparison. It's very different. Right. Other than that, yeah, I was not very active on Discord yesterday. Did scroll around on X and found a bunch of videos. Some Russian girl here talking about why they don't have any obesity, and then like how they do food and how standard fasting apparently is, that they have hospitals specifically for fasting. Or it's not even hospitals, it's like places for fasting. It's very interesting. I didn't know that it's like incorporated into their medical system. It's really interesting. But yeah, bumped into that, and some guy looking through a American Antiquities book from 1835. Very interesting. Because I mean, it's literally like called American Antiquities, and it's like some priest talking about, well, ancient buildings that were everywhere. And like, yeah, that's kind of omitted from mainstream history. But there's an entire book of it. Fascinating stuff. So I can show you that. Don't necessarily have to show sound with it. Although, yeah, it doesn't mean much that way. Maybe later I'll completely play it. We'll see. We'll see what I'm gonna do today. I don't know. But yeah, there were a lot of rowdy trolls out there yesterday. I mean, they piled on my show and bullshit. Tons of downvotes. I don't know why they do it. I mean, I don't really care anyway. Just giving me more clicks. And then they were just like waiting on Discord. They just wanted me to bicker and yell. I mean, literally. I was just saying stuff. I was basically posting that American Antiquities video. And they were like, oh, Arwen's arrived. It's gonna go rough now. Like, no. Just fuck you. I'm not gonna do that. It's ridiculous. It's these frickin' sick fucks. Their cortisol addictions. It sucks. These people suck. I don't know why they don't just get blanket banned everywhere they move. They're just disruptors. Ooh. Ooh. My monitor's in unbalance. Right. So anyway, let's take a look at what's going on out there. Ugh. Don Lemon. Oh wait, he likes to be called Don Lemon, right? I was thinking like he's like the original G of woke propaganda, so I thought, why not like give him that G and just call him Dong Lemong. I thought it was kind of appropriate. Probably not the first to think of that, but I mean it, right? I mean, people like to just call it Lemon, but if you just want to call him Lemon, then call him Lemong. Dong Lemong. Thought that was appropriate, right? But yeah, he's gotten himself into a bit of trouble probably for raiding some church with the stupid anti-ice mob. It didn't make any damn sense. Right. And the EU is going more nuts. Oh yeah, there's the whole WEF Davos going on right now. It started. And this insane tax thing here. This is truly deranged that they're doing this, because it's counterproductive too. But apparently now there's these plans here that they want you to pay tax over just having stocks and obligations and crypto. It's like not when you make profit of it, because of it, you have to, like when you cash it in or whatever, but just having it. I mean, that makes no freaking sense. That's gonna completely like just disrupt everything. Like you can't just be expected to pay taxes over just having it when you're saving it up. Like then you have to continually pay taxes just to have it. That's an absolute destroyer of finances. I mean, totally insane. I mean, if this shit really happens, then there's gonna be like tax protests, and Dutch people rarely even do that, but they're gonna be like just not doing it. Like, this is insane. So yeah, that was like shocking news. And yeah, more neo-feudal applications too, because apparently if you criticize the EU over the Russia policies that they have had, they're gonna like take away your citizens' rights? Like, how do you call that? I have to Google translate that. Basic, yeah. No, there's no real word for it. Basically making you an outlaw. Very strange. Yeah, declaring him an outlaw. Vogelvrij verklaren in Dutch is that. So, what? Medieval policies, as they're calling it. And I mean, yeah, it's neo-feudalism, so that's what they're gonna do then. Completely nuts. Apparently this has already happened. And just for having an opinion and voicing it out there, you can now just get marked, and then like, I guess that they're blocking your bank and everything, and you just become incapable, basically turning you into an illegal. Like, that's completely insane. Over a frickin' opinion of what the government does. I mean, this is as in opposition to free speech, which is also very much a Dutch value, very strongly. This is as much in opposition to that as you can get. So this is just completely outrageous. The EU is just going completely out of control. And it's not gonna hold. Like, these things don't keep things together. It's gonna scatter. It's gonna just make a bunch of countries secede, get out of it, and Italy, France, and Germany are already starting to talk about that. Like, even Germany, and I mean, Germany is like the last country you would expect to say that. If Germany goes out of the EU, then it's over, because they are like the bank, basically. They're very much a key component to the EU functioning at all. And so it really looks like the EU could just break apart this year. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're not doing anything to basically to try and prevent that, because just applying more of these crazy neo-feudal policies is just going to make it even worse. They just want things to break apart, it seems. It's just insane. Not fixing it this way. Right. So yeah, bunch of worrisome developments. Right, and this is not just like the chat control thing, which is like basically spying on social media and yeah, doing things with that, but it's just good. They're just taking it to the max. It's insane. All right. Right, so yeah, that's the news, I guess. Developments. Right. What am I going to talk about today? Oh man, I did have a bunch of inspiration, but then I kind of slipped away from me again. I've been thinking a lot about like Dungeons and Dragons though. I mean about my game world actually. I think I might like restart it. Because I mean this old group, it ain't coming back together. But I could definitely basically start a new one up, and then I have all this material. All these areas and basically directives, lines on how to unfold the story, and I will have it all available. I could basically do a rerun of the whole thing, and it would be much more smoothly because I would have to improvise a bit less. But yeah, in order to do that, I'd have to actually get a group together that would have a good chemistry. But I could do that, and I've been thinking about doing that, and it could get very interesting. Man, because I had so much material developed for it. Basically went through 1/3 of it, and 2/3 was just still lying around ready to be tapped into. Yeah, and then dream of actually finishing that campaign is, yeah, that's never gonna happen. I didn't really know where to go with it after that anyway. Except for, okay, this chapter is now rounded out and now you can just like go over there. Alright. But also, like, it's interesting to go through it again because I was like developing that world and how everything was balanced out and like who was at war with what and how background. I think that in the last 10 years I've actually developed quite a lot with my overall insight on like societal things, comparing it to Earth and what I learned about that, and also like how history is not exactly as it's been said. And I can integrate all that insight. I'd really love to try it out. To basically pull a Tartaria, which I was already kind of doing with my game world, but it would be great to like really make it official. That there's like an official history and that I could like lay it down, like tell that story, but that the players could go through it and basically find out like, what the hell is that? How does that fit into that history? It's like, yeah, it doesn't really fit in there. That would be really fascinating to basically pull that off in the game. That there's to really emphasize more a secret history and how to then pull that off. Because I was already like, okay, there's an official history sort of, or like a myth. I would be really like, oh, there's a myth about the past, and it's like up to the players to kind of find out what that myth is about and that there's a real thing connected to it. That was like my fascination then, and that's how that I integrated that a really old, ancient, advanced world into the game. But I could do that even further. And basically involve a Tartaria style recent history cover-up, a rewriting in a more civilized area basically, and just pull that off. And I just really wonder, like, what would that be like? And I can actually use my world for that too, but for that part I would have to use the other continent, which I mean you can technically visit that. The players never have, they just stuck to the new continent and just their home base. Really, they were really like home base players, just like to hang around their own tavern that they made, that they built, and we're not really explorers as much. A little bit, surrounding terrains and all that. But yeah, so I'm actually ready to go and like try out a new campaign, recycling the old materials. And for anybody listening, no, I'm not gonna do it online. That's gonna be tabletop, face to face. That's how I'll do it, not online, because it's not. I'm not even gonna try that. Alright, we'll see if it ever comes to that. I mean, I'm fairly certain, like, if I'm gonna get a new apartment, that's one of the things I'll be doing there. That would be great to just have my own apartment, and then I can invite players there and do it. But yeah, over here I don't really have that much room, and yeah, annoying roommates that complain very easily over nothing. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, I've been thinking about that. Right, I'll put that all in my title. EO going full neo-feudal will inevitably lead to breakup, and restarting my D&D campaign with integrated Tartarian recent history background plot. Yeah. It's just an idea. It would be great though. Right, now of course there is a bit of issue because in Dungeons & Dragons, like the industrial abilities are completely different because of the application of magic, which is like fully integrated into that world. It is basically overall a more super ancient setting where you could make much more precise things much quicker using magic and like, yeah, stone shape spells and all that. Which, I mean, stone shape spell pretty much is like a quick description of magic spell that literally like turns stone into putty and back into stone. So you could mold it, which is like, yeah, that's pretty much like stone casting with geopolymer, and that's just like readily available. It's not even like a high level spell to be able to cast that. So you got to keep that in mind with everything. But that's there, it does enable you to basically, some civilization that would be fallen because everybody dies. Because I mean, even if not everybody dies, then you could like resurrect core people, because resurrection is like not exclusively for Jesus Christ in that setting, right? It's literally a priest spell. A high enough priest, you could just do that. Just don't wait too long, because there's a limited time window for it to work, unless you're super high level, and I mean like epic levels, and then you could basically cast full resurrection, and then it doesn't really matter how long ago it was. So yeah, that changes the dynamic of what is possible in the setting. And a previous civilization, or one that's getting conquered, could theoretically then be more easily replaced and more easily ignored as well, historically. So it should really work, even with the magic capabilities of Dungeons and Dragons. It should be relatively easy to just create lost history, where there is a place like, oh, there's this castle, and looks really odd and out of place, very different from everything else. It's like definitely not dwarven or elven or whatever is going to be the standard type of population that's going to be around for the players, and play into it more. Also see, like, are the players going to be curious to learn more? Because it's definitely gonna have like deposits of ancient stuff, which is like amazing. And that in my opinion, it had been, and probably still is, but especially in the America early days, that had been a real thing. Like with the American antiquities, there must have been all kinds of treasures in these ancient structures everywhere, ready to be found. Like, treasure hunting was like probably a real serious thing, and with yields, not just, oh, another random story about some treasure. But no, like, people would probably on a regular basis come back like, oh, look at what we found now, look at this, some device or cache of some really pure material. Or that must have been a real thing back then. And not just hopeful stories because of poverty, right? Because I mean, when people are getting really strung up and poor and they can't do anything, they're gonna make up stuff to entertain themselves and have some fantasy about sudden riches. Like, that happened. That's it in Europe. That's been very common. But in Americas, like, when they got there was all this antiquity, and with all kinds of hidden things and treasures. It was everywhere. So it wouldn't just be a fantasy. They would literally be able to just go around, and if you survived the wilds and the natives, you could really find like ancient buildings and then dig into it and then find all kinds of treasures. I mean, wow, what a time. I mean, that's like real Indiana Jones stuff. Like the whole Indiana Jones idea, like, oh, you go explorer and you find like this ancient stuff and whatever. I mean, that was just there a lot. It's not just a fantasy. In the United States, in Mexico, and even Canada, and that entire region, even South America too, of course, but even in North America. Must have been all kinds of places where you just could find stuff. It's very exciting to now realize. And like, what a different type of setting than the idea of the Wild Wild West, the Western, right? Where it's just like, oh, you just start with nothing and it's very dusty and a bunch of horses and cowboys. And I mean, there was probably that too. But in that setting, they really don't show you anything about antiquity. They don't show you that there was an antiquity. Supposedly nothing was there. It's just open fields and buffaloes and Indians, and that's what people think. But I mean, there was freaking antiquity everywhere. And treasures to be found if you had the guts to try to find it. Because probably it was very dangerous too. Nature was more wild back then. Huh. I'd still be like very interested to just see some kind of movie around that time that would do that, like a treasure hunter in the Americas. Going into like ancient places, like neoclassicist buildings. They're just surrounded by woods and overgrown, and just like exploring and getting in there and just finding stuff. I think you could make very exciting movies with that. Very much Indiana Jones style, except it's in the United States before it was really fully occupied and explored and everything by the Europeans. You could absolutely make that and make it pretty serious and not just some goofy action adventure type movie that's kind of slop. You could make a very serious, interesting movie with that. I mean, Hollywood definitely has that capability. It's very easy now. CGI is so easily done, so quick. All you need is just really good actors to carry it. Right, so yeah, that's been on my mind. Oh my god, this person, horrifying. The old D66 minister is literally telling everybody, like, we need to surrender veto rights with the European military command structure. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Why the hell would we just agree to that? To just give it up? Like, that's completely insane. He's so corrupt. Evil. Like, because attentions are really... Oh, just give it... Like, no! I mean, if you want to convince us, then just make us not veto something, right? Just convince us. No, we have to give up the veto right. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, woman? Why is this person even getting a mic at all? Sick. Alright. Oh, I guess nobody's gonna show up in my chat today. Is this gonna be like this all week? Just nobody showing up? The fuck? The Greenland thing is still going. I mean, it really seems like there's going to be moves made there. Trump is basically saying, like, we are going to just militarily secure it the way we want, buying it or just taking it. And, like, yeah, everybody's heard, like, some people from Europe just being very defiant, but it's all ridiculous because, I mean, we can't really stop America. It's insane. But they're still just like pretending like they can. But also kind of chickening out and all that, and it's all just weird. So yeah, it's very likely that America is gonna annex Greenland at some point. For military purposes, strategical, and I mean that's just gonna happen, and I mean it's not really gonna make too much of a difference anyway, except for strategical. Because other than that, nobody's really doing anything there. I mean, there's been talk of like robot mining industry and all that, but are they really gonna do that? Because I mean, doing industry in like real frozen waste is very difficult. And like robots are gonna break down too. So yeah, we'll see if that really happens. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Silver says is still setting records, by the way. Silver prices have gone even further up, so anybody who's listened to me when I told them like invest in silver, especially in mines, like you're not gonna regret it. Like the ones that did it should be very happy about that. You're welcome. By all means, thank me by sending me an EcoPlaza gift card. Or if that really doesn't work, then a PayPal would be great, you know? Just giving you this advice. Meantime, I still gotta eat. Okay, well, I think it's probably gonna be another short show today. It's nobody there. Some activity, but Earth Awakenings, but I think it's frickin' Ev. Oh no, he's not there right now. Yeah, I might join Earth Awakenings for a bit, maybe. But I don't know, man. I don't necessarily, feel all like doing that. So maybe I'll just keep it a short show. It's just me talking, and hey, good enough for me, right? And I mean, without any form of feedback from anybody, like, yeah, I'm just gonna do whatever I feel like, and that's it. And if I feel like doing a short show, then I'm gonna do a short show, and if I feel like joining some Discord group and adding that to the show, then I'm gonna do that. I'm not getting any feedback, so yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna do whatever I like and talk about whatever I like. Hope you're all still enjoying it though, the show. 18 watching. Oh, that could mean that their trolls are piling on. Let's see if the downvotes happen. No. Oh, alright. Well, hope you're all enjoying the show. I mean, it would be great to get some kind of feedback. Check out the X-Post, the Antiquities book. I mean, you might have already seen it out there, but I'll just post the link here so you can take a look at it yourself. Have fun with that. It's not super long anyway. Alright, don't forget to rate and up the show if you're liking it, and I mean, say hello, anybody, say hello in the chat. Some kind of feedback would be great. Alright. Hey. People are afraid to talk to me? That's bullshit. Charlotte Moore. Why the fuck would they be afraid to talk to me? I ban them? Well, then just don't act stupid. Don't act like a weirdo. Just act normal. D&D campaign? Yeah, I'm not doing the D&D campaign yet. It's just an idea. Like, I want to restart it. I'm not restarting it right now. I'm just talking about it. Most likely ban. Well, there's all these people that I've talked to in the recent weeks, and none of them been banned. I mean, I got pissed off at one point and like kicked out a bunch of people. I unbanned them like within the hour. Right? So yeah, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. I'm not afraid. Nobody should be afraid to say hello in the chat unless all you do is just hang around and talk bullshit. Yeah? I don't need people that are gonna attempt to be entertaining or something. I need just some genuine contact. People that will actually think with me, talk. I may be mistaken. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you are. It's just there are trolls out there and they've been like hanging around doing all this downvote bullshit. Like, yeah, and they immediately get banned because they're nasty scum. What do you want to talk about? Definitely not FE. No, sure, I'm fine talking about FE. I just don't really start talking about it typically. Because to me, it's like I've talked about that shit for thousands and thousands of times. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, what else is there to say about it at this point? Right? If somebody inquires about Flat Earth, then yeah, I can definitely answer that. It's just not something that I typically start talking about on my own volition, right? Unless I have some new vision, some new idea, like when I started to consider plateau Earth, looping staircase Earth. That was like, oh, a new insight. Well, maybe this could be it, right? But I mean, that doesn't happen regularly. There's only so many things you can really envision in that sense without just going completely surreal and just fantastical nonsense that it's never going to be real, right? Or drawing in the other dimension and then just making it completely weird. Not realistic. So, yeah, I'm not going to bring it up, but if somebody asks me, then I will say it. But yeah, I don't typically start talking about Flat Earth anymore. Because, I mean, everything's already been said. Right? And I'm not interested in bickering with anti-flat earthers that are just obsessed with micromanaging and trying to snuff out all supposed flat earth arguments in favor of their ball delusion. I'm not interested in that either. I'm not interested in these neurotic religious fanatics. Right now, on the other hand, if there's some flat earthers like, oh my god, anti-flat earthers, they always say this. What do you say? Well, I can help you with that. I can help you to basically explain how the reasoning is of the anti-flat earthers, how they bend real-world observations and measurements and calculations of the flat earth reality into a ball and everything, and what they will do, what they will respond, how they will deflect, how will they muck up, and all that, just to get their way in their view. I can explain you about that, the flat earth psychology, basically. What was my last D&D campaign about? It was about basically the New World. About like a really recent settlement in a relatively wild world on the other side of an ocean. And yeah, a bunch of adventurers basically being invited to go there and then explore and see what's there and make alliances, expand the settlement, maybe get involved in war, maybe not, and yeah, and just like exploring the new world. That was kind of the setting. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. But I mean, hello. Appreciate you speaking up, whoever you are. Got my suspicions. No, I don't play through Discord. It's only I do tabletop, face to face, and it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Because I don't. Yeah, I mean, I want my own apartment where I could really have more control over the setting and where we could potentially play longer at night. Some random no. Yeah, I'm not buying it. You seem way too comfortable talking to me. Okay, sure. Charlotte Moore. Yeah, good luck. Thanks for saying hello. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. Anybody? Well, thanks. Right, yeah, I'm gonna round out the show. I'm just gonna, otherwise it's just me scrolling on X. Just did see an interesting AI slop video with somebody petting a griffin. It looks really realistic. It's pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, it is AI slop. I'm sure some of you bumped into it as well. Wait, what? 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 Wait, what? No way. Holy shit. Okay, I did not expect to bump into that. Some AI an AI remake of Akira. Somebody Jesus Christ, it looks pretty good too. Damn. Coming 2027. Okay, so somebody's actually gonna make a live action version of Akira now. Thus far, it looks really exactly like the anime. Very close to that. Fascinating. So apparently it's not just a little stunt, but actually somebody's gonna actually make a live action movie out of it. That's... I mean, it's never gonna be as good as the original, but I'd still be interested to see it. Well, here you go, so you can take a look yourself. And that's pretty cool. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna run out the show. It's fine. I thought it was a pretty decent show today. I mean, it's just fine. Hope you all enjoyed it. Right, so thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I can still really use it, so please support your local Arwin. That'll be great. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2523 on a Wednesday. Hope to see you all then. Right, hope to see somebody in the chat then, and hope you all enjoyed today's show, and hopefully tomorrow will be inspired as well. Right, so everybody have a great rest of this Tuesday, and until the next video, keep it flat.